Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and go. Looks like the class is a little small today, and that's fine. Maybe everybody else saw that I put this up on Blackboard. Um, if you will, um, here we did it again. We have, there we go. So, go just a quick little review. This Zoom control panel. Go click down on your. I think everybody except me and Bailey. Everybody has their microphone muted. Go ahead and mute your microphone and your video. Go ahead and mute them both. That's for kind of everybody's safety and all of that. Okay. Yep. Yep. Good. Okay, listen. Starting tomorrow, new registration for next fall opens up, and I know it may seem kind of crazy that this is our learning environment right now, and it's different and it's unique. We're already talking about next semester. We hope things are back to normal, but if not, we'll adjust and adapt. We are very good in this business and at adapting to whatever it is we have to roll with. And right now, registration will continue as regularly scheduled. Now, y'all listen to Chef. Chef is wise. Chef is good. So listen to Chef. Registration opens tomorrow. It's called early registration. If I were you, I would not consider it early registration. I would register now. Um, none of you have been, well, maybe one or two. There's a couple of pastry majors, and you've been at the school for more than a semester or so. But especially if this is your first semester, um, these classes, a lot of our classes have limited number of sections offered, limited number of seats available in the class, and it gets competitive. The more you wait to register, the harder it will be to get classes. And so starting tomorrow, registration opens. You need to get with your advisor. If you don't know who your advisor is, let me know. I'll help you. I'll find out. Um, some of you I advise. I can advise anybody, especially when it comes to registration. We just want to get you registered for classes. Okay. For those of you that are my advisees, and you know that, you should have received an email from me, I think Saturday. We've got one of two options. Just send me an email kind of detailing the classes you want to take. And as soon as I get that email, when I'm at my computer, I'll get that schedule built and send the schedule back to you. If you're not sure, if we need to visit about, looking at your transcript, your unofficial transcript, and seeing where you are, what you need to take, then we can set up a one-on-one, face-to-face Zoom meeting like this and get you registered. Y'all listen, don't wait. Don't wait. If you do, you're going to be limited to whatever classes are available and may not fit your schedule, may not fit what you want to do. So take care of it now as early as you can. Starts tomorrow. Okay. Last week I gave you a modified little schedule. Modified it just a little bit more. One other little tweak. That tweak is going to be in week 13. So for most of you, that's going to be 2 weeks away. We are not going to do oral presentations. It's just a little too complicated. It's possible with the technology that we have, but we haven't really prepared for something like this, and so we're not gonna take the extra time. We're not going to take away from cutting and the learning objectives of this class to spend extra time learning this technology so that you can deliver your own oral report. Instead, make it written. What I want to see is a 2 to 3 page. Most of you should have been already, at least in the back of your mind, you've had some kind of a topic of culinary significance. Remember, as we've talked about this before, it could be on a person, Anthony Bourdain, Julia Child, Auguste Escoffier. It could be on a person. It could be on a place, how that geography, what makes Italian food besides it comes from Italy. Cultural influences on food, religious influences on food, a particular ingredient. What's the big deal about chocolate? Chocolate comes from a bean and it grows on a tree. It's a plant, so whatever. It can be really on anything. 2 to 3 page report, 2 full pages minimum, double space, 1-inch margins, 12-point font size. Don't go 22 point font and put 3 characters on a page. If you have questions beyond this, text me or email me. Let me know. I'll give you some further directions during the week regarding this intro to food 2 cooking thing that we have for week 13. Some of you heard me with carrying on a conversation with Ms. Bailey. We will have a practical exam in week 14, and I'll unfold that later on. The only other thing I want to cover today is kind of the expectations going forward this week. So those of you that are in Monday's class, what we covered last week as far as your lab assignment for this week is, as far as that goes, what we covered last week is this week's lab assignment for you in Monday's class. Those of you that are in Wednesday or Thursday's class, this is what we're going to be focusing on this week. Part A, so 3 new cuts, and all 3 are kind of specialty cuts used in very specific or very special ways. The first one of those, 2 of the 3 are really, really easy, by the way. The first one, this is segmenting citrus fruit. The purpose of that is to have something really clean, really pleasing from a palate experience standpoint. We separate each little, you can see on the picture up here, we separate each little segment or piece of, in this case, it's an orange, from the membrane in the middle of each wedge. And we keep the membrane attached to the core and pull out the segment of fruit. It looks nice. You don't have all that white pith and membrane still connected to the fruit that you're going to put on the plate. So you don't have that to contend with in your mouth whenever you're eating this fruit that garnishes a fish dish or in a bowl of segmented orange and strawberry, whatever. Here's a few examples. Here's some orange and some pomegranate. Here's some orange and some grapefruit and some lemon on top of a fish fillet. Notice how it looks. It's clean of all that kind of fibrous skin. It's good dietary fiber, but we're after look, and that's the purpose of segmenting citrus fruit. Okay, Parisian. I've already done the demonstration of these cuts, and will be there's already closed captioned. It's rendered. That's going to go up in your week 11 folders today. And I give some explanation about using these melon ballers, various sizes from the larger melon ball to the little teeny tiny. I'm using in the demonstration, I'm using a baller that is about the size of a green pea, and there's a little bit more involved to the Parisian than just simply making a scoop. If you just scoop, then you make a dome, and you're flat on one side and you're rounded on the other. Parisian, the difficulty of that is trying to make a complete circle all the way around, a complete ball that's not flat on one side. So I'm gonna, here's a recipe. You can refer back to this when I upload this. If you want a Parisian, cut some potato or some carrot to make a nice. This is with potato. You can see in this picture how it's all completely smooth balls, and they're not flat on sides. That's a good Parisian. What I'm gonna assign you to do for this week is the tournée, and it's not complicated, but it is difficult at first. It's a hard cut to grasp, and so that's one of the reasons why I kind of leave this cut towards the very end of the semester. You can tournée. You see in the picture here, there's potato. There's I'm not sure if that's that. There's potato, there's carrot, there's zucchini. Really, really bright white might be, that might be turnip. Here's a little more definition of what a tournée is. Supposed to be 7 equal sides, and this kind of barrel or football shape. It's getting that shape that is the most difficult. I tournée or turn. Tournée is just French for turn. I tournée with a paring knife. But we covered this like on the first day, first week or two of class. You have this bird's beak knife. Okay, that is the tournée knife. The purpose of that knife is to execute this cut. And so maybe you want to try with both and see which one you like the most. But I prefer a paring knife. So in the demo that I did, I use a paring knife. I'm going to ask you for this week to tournée something, just like last week. I'm not asking you to go buy potatoes or go buy carrots or anything like that. I want you to use whatever you have and execute the cut. You'll take some pictures of your kind of close-ups of your finished product. That will be your online lab assignment A. And I still want a picture of you holding just the dish of your tournée. If you use it in something, let's go backwards. Like you make a dish like this with your tournée instead of the Parisian here in this case. I'd like to see you use it, and then I want to see you in uniform with that finished product. Hope that's pretty clear. Here's some closer pictures. Now, those that are well practiced in the industry that still use this cut are able to take a wedge of potato, for example, and in 7 cuts, zoom, 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 7 times, they have a finished tournée. I'm not that practiced. I don't expect you to actually get the 7 equal sides. Right now, at this stage, I want to see you get the relative shape. I want you to work on one smooth cut at a time from top to bottom, and not choppy like you're doing a wood carving. Smooth cuts from top to bottom. This rounded shape, the football kind of shape. That's what we're after. B, just another shot in uniform. Whatever you produce, your plate, your bowl, that's what I want you to do. That really is all I wanted to pass on today. There aren't really any new announcements from the school other than registration starts tomorrow, and so we need to get on that. What questions do you have? What concerns do you have about the rest of the semester or anything? You can unmute your microphone or just type something in the chat box if you have a question or a concern or a comment. It's your turn. On your mark, set, go.
Hey, Shippo.
Hi, Brianna.
Hey, do you have to use your, can you use like, potatoes to make your wedges?
Yes, you can use potato. You can use a carrot. You can use whatever you have in the house.
Okay, I'll use that then.
Okay, good, good.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Brianna. Thank you. This is a good question.
Thank you.
Let me
Thank
clarify. I think I listed it on the slide. Registration tomorrow. Obviously, if you're going to see this, if you're tuning in to the video on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, what does tomorrow mean? This is Monday, April 6th, and registration opens tomorrow, Tuesday, April 7th. So there you go. Just a little clarification. What else?
That was probably it.
All right, good. Thanks, Brianna.
Okay, you're welcome.
Nothing else? Good. If nobody has anything else, again, be happy, be healthy, be safe, be socially distant from other folks. Hopefully you still have some potatoes floating around, and you know, this environment hasn't changed the fact that you need to practice, 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 practice. Now more than ever, you have the benefit of going back to Blackboard and reviewing a video, unlike our regular classroom. I'll demo once, and maybe you have a question, and I'll demo again, but you're stuck to whatever you remember when you go home if you're going to practice. Now you can go back to Blackboard, you can go back to the demonstration, recorded demonstration, and you can review it again and again and again as you need to. But you get out of this whatever you put into it. The only thing that has changed for us is we're not live face-to-face in the classroom. The expectations for you to do your key terms, to do your quizzes by the due dates, that hasn't changed. The expectation for you to do something in the week related to the theme of that particular week. So for week 11, I show you this segmenting citrus fruit. I show you Parisian. I show you the tournée, and I want you to tournée something. That doesn't change. The more you practice, the more you work towards taking pictures of and posting up to Blackboard, uploading in Blackboard your very best work. You're going to get out of this whatever you put into it. I will be modifying, so those of you here in Food 1, I'll be modifying the first week or two of Food 2 for next semester, maybe to compensate for any confusion or questions or deficiency that may arise because of this environment. It is new. It's awkward. It's confusing for some. It's stressful for many. You know, if you're bored and going stir crazy, cut a potato and then cut a potato again. You can't get enough practice right now. I go back to the example I've used before in class. If you just wait to sit at the piano that 30 minutes a week that you take piano lessons, you'll never learn to play the piano. You have to sit at the piano outside of lessons every single day, and sometimes for hours. As budding, developing culinarians, you're at that entry level of piano lessons. And if all you get is just what we do here, you'll be a little hard pressed to really start to master some of these skills. And it depends on the time that you put in on your own. So I encourage you to do that. You can do just the minimum that's required and get a nice, good, solid grade. Or you can put in some effort to really try to master these skills, and I hope you will. If nobody has any other questions, that's all I have for today. All right. I'll try to see who your advisor is, Carl, and I'll shoot you an email later on today. I think I was sent a spreadsheet of our whole staff, the whole faculty, and our advising assignments, and so I'll find out who that is and shoot you a message. I'll hang out here for another couple of minutes if somebody has a burning question or you want to visit with me one-on-one. Otherwise, y'all can log out. Okay, I'll everybody that's on today, if you would like for me to find out who your advisor is, just type yes in the chat box, and I'll get on it. All right. Okay, very good. Y'all have a good day, have a good week, and we'll talk again next week.